Let me know what you think I'm missing on my first overnight trip, and then come back and watch the video about the trip. These are my cheap panniers that I got off eBay, and they used to be really bright. You can see where the original color was, but that's okay, they faded. They hold 25 liters each. There are various options for bags that are around 25 liters. There's a few that are bigger, 25, 35. Some of them have a pouch at the end, and that really makes a difference because you can put a few things in there, like a fuel bottle. Just let me tell you, never put a bottle with gasoline in the same container as your food, because the gas odor will get into the food. That is something I learned by experience. So this will be enough. I used this on my trip last year with my CRF 250, and it was adequate. I'm sure it'll be more than adequate for a trip with my Himalayan 450. So let's look at the other gear that I've got. This is everything that I need for my camping. This is my single person tent, and this is my 2-person tent. So you can see quite a difference in the size between the two of them. On this trip, I'm going to take the bigger tent. This is my sleeping mat, which is very compact when it's rolled up. The pillow, hardly much bigger. And my sleeping bag. Sleeping bag is in a compression sack. You can pull this tighter to get it down. It's not good to store it in this. You should take your sleeping bag out and let it fluff up when it's in storage. But the great thing about the compression sack is that it can squish it down into a really tight little ball. So I can stick all this into this 40-liter Jivvy dry bag. Fit in this one bag, and that can go on the back of my seat. Here's everything that I need for my campsite. I have my stove. That's my little Coleman stove. And a pot. I have a frying pan and a plate. I have a knife and a fork that are part of a set that go together. The guys designed this. They come apart so you can use them separately. Here's a spork, which is good for, I take this hiking, but in fact is actually terrible as both a fork and as a spoon. So as a spoon, it's because of the tines, it lets everything leak out, and as a fork, it hasn't got enough pointiness, and it's too flexible to jam in anything hard, so you can't use it to hold a steak while you cut it. Yeah, I'll take these two, do that. I have some powdered milk, although on this trip I will probably buy some milk. Not worried about things going bad. It'll be quite cool. I have a sponge in a bag to wash my pots after. I have a little bit of dish soap. These little containers, you can get them at camping supply stores, but they're super handy to carry a liquid in. They seal up pretty good. This is my old coffee method. Put a little bit of coffee in the filter and let it run through. But I'm going to try a espresso pot that my wife gave me, and maybe I'll have a little bit of high-end coffee. So I definitely want to have some cream. 3-liter bag to hold water, and I'll take another water bottle. So I'll have 4 liters of water altogether. That's plenty. A couple of Quaker Oats for breakfast. A little fire starter. Don't often have a fire, but it's going to be cool. And a bag of toilet paper and a little trowel to bury the debris in case I need to. That's pretty much it for my campsite. These are things that I hope I don't have to use at all. So I have tire patch, tire levers, and this thing's called a bead buddy. It helps me get the tire back on. This is a really interesting little device that helps you pull the valve stem back through the hole. Once you have the tube in there, sometimes it's really hard to get your fingers in. I have this booster that is if for any reason the battery fails, this will start the bike. It's strong enough to start a car. I have my stop and go, my air compressor to add air to the tires. I've taken my tools out of the toolbox, put them in this toolkit so I know that I always have the tools that I need for my bike. I've got some electrical tape, some duct tape, a set of folding pliers, and that should be enough that to do anything. I also have my Garmin InReach Mini, just in case I get stuck. This particular trip, I'm not going really remote, but it will be remote enough that I could be out of cell phone range. And personal stuff that I'm going to take, this is kind of doubled up from hiking, so I have blister pads, which I won't need. I have stuff for insect bites, which I'm not going to need in March. For me at my age, back pain medicine, I can't tell you. I've had 2 times on trips when I've woken up with the back pain and I had to go find some of these pills. First aid, clean a wound, clean my body. This is biodegradable, so you can use this and don't worry about polluting the lake or the Ren. This is like a survival kit that probably somebody gave me for Christmas one year, and it's got a, that's not really, it's more like for hiking, but in fact, it has these matches in it, and I actually lost my lighter one time on a trip, and so I needed to use one of these little matches to light my stove. This is a quick dry towel. Don't know how well that's going to work in March. I'm only going overnight. I don't think I'll be taking a swim, and I'll just be washing my hands and face, so that'll be okay. I have a headlamp for the night, and that's pretty much my whole personal safety kit. That's most of my stuff. I also have a folding chair. I have a packed down jacket because it'll be cool. I usually take this on all my trips because you never know when it's going to be cool. And I have a change of clothes. Okay, and here it is mounted on the bike. So I've got my 2 bags on the side that are secure, not too full. And then I have all my camping gear on the back seat, secured with rock straps. And this is just about where my butt sits. I usually have my butt pretty close to the end of the seat. Sometimes I can stretch back a little bit on there. So this is all my camping gear for an overnight trip. And I wouldn't need much more for more time. And I still haven't put anything into this top box. I mean, this is completely empty. I could take a smaller one, and it's possible that I will, but things tend to pile up. I still don't have my water in here, and there's a few other things, so there's always some odds and ends at the end. If I was going on a longer trip, I would take some more chain maintenance stuff. So I don't have chain maintenance. I don't have any can of oil lubricant, anything like that. I have enough stuff to camp, have a campfire, cook my food. I don't know what else people take that takes up all the room. I even have my camping chair packed in here. So how about that? So I'm all ready for my first overnight camping trip on the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. So please come on back in a bit and I will have a video up on that camping trip. Let you know how it went. And I'm going to go and do some back road exploring and have a little bit of fun all by myself out in the bush on this beautiful bike. So see you next time.